Wonder Woman 1984 was our superhero present for the holidays from DC and Warner Brothers. The Amazonian returned to the big screen in a retro-themed environment set in 1984, with a colossal expectation and with an added pressure to lift the DC Extended Universe from its sloppy predecessors. With its mixed reviews, some calling it a success and some a miss, we don't know yet if it met its hopes. Rather, we would suggest to you give it a watch and decide for yourselves. And if you've already done that, we at Movie House brings you 40 mistakes from Wonder Woman 1984. So sit tight and enjoy. 1. During the mall heist, the criminal in the back is seen holding his bag once in his left hand and once in his right hand, depending on the shot.
Okay, item number 23. Here it is.
2. Barbara says, "Okay, item number 23." And after she finds the item, she says, "Here it is." But on the tag, it's written as item number 24. 3. When Antiope is talking to young Diana as she gets ready for the contest, behind her there are a few warriors who walk their horses towards the large portal. Between shots, their distance from Diana shifts inanely, and so do their numbers. As Diana gets ready to run before the gong, it's especially noticeable. 2 girls watching and clapping become 3 talking amongst themselves. 4. The second time Barbara sees the drunk harasser, she kicks the guy and his keychain falls on the ground, but it's nowhere to be seen in the later shots. 5. In the same scene, Barbara kicks the man and he falls on the road with his legs near the sidewalk. But when Leo comes on the scene, the man is in a different place far away from the sidewalk. 6. After Antiope throws young Diana out of the race, her mother comes to console her with her hands on Diana's shoulder. Diana's hair changes position on the shoulder between shots. 7. One of the punks is wearing a t-shirt printed with the Cro-Mags band album, The Age of Quarrel. In September 1986, this album was released, so the t-shirt could not possibly exist in 1984. 8. After successfully stopping the mall heist, Wonder Woman throws the 4 criminals into a police car, roof tied in a banner. The manner in which they fall in the car clearly seems like they fell on a mattress and not on a hard surface. 9. This Budweiser ad was released in the year 1987 and can't possibly exist in the year 1984. 10. When Diana places the stone back in the box, the crystal is laid with its tip coming over the box. Some shots later, it's laid in its actual position back inside the box. 11. While walking through the DC Metro station, Diana and Steve pass a post that lists the directions to the various lines. The Silver Line did not open until July of 2014. 12. A man is seen coming down the stairs twice in the background while Barbara and Max are speaking. 13. Wonder Woman tosses the soldier off the truck. The guy is seen flying away with his legs towards the road, but then rolls along the road with his legs pointed in the opposite direction. 14. Diana picks up the receipt at the bottom of the artifacts box. She is seen moving her right hand away from the receipt, and she does it again in the next shot. 15. When Cheetah knocks Wonder Woman and Steve back in the hallway, the man lying down by the tray has his arm closer or farther away from the tray, depending on the shot. 16. We can see Steve coming up the stairs behind Max Lord before Cheetah comes in and punches Diana out. But later we can see Steve arriving again to the same place where he already should have been. 17. Barbara throws Wonder Woman against a large wall painting. After Wonder Woman stands back up, we can see at what height the painting was hung. After the painting gets skewed, it also rises up, which shouldn't have been the case. 18. Cheetah throws Diana through a pillar, but after that, a pillar prop is thrown into Diana, which bounces over her leg. Well, a heavy pillar could not have just bounced over her leg, right? 19. A woman is seen holding on to her papers, but she was not there in the previous scenes. 20. Aircraft are shown in one occasion in the movie, but in both of them, the positioning of lights are done wrong. The red lights are put on the left wingtip and the green are put on the right. 21. In the meeting with the emir, Lord puts his arm on the ruler's sleeve. Notice the turban. It drapes over his shoulder, but at the cut, it's behind his back. 22. Kids are playing Operation Wolf and Rampage at the Family Amusement Center arcade. In the 1984 setting of the film, this would not be possible because Rampage was not released until 1986 and Operation Wolf was not released until 1987. 23. During the riots, Diana and Steve say goodbye to each other. She holds his face between her palms and her thumbs are on his cheeks, but immediately behind his ears in the reverse shot. 24. An assistant brings coffee into the Smithsonian and what appears to be raised plastic lids on the cups. This type of coffee cup lids were not patented until 1986 and did not gain popularity until the 1990s. 25. Gary Newman is misspelled as Gary Newman, N-E-W-M-A-N, in the end credits, but funnily they wrote his name right for M-E, which was written by him. 26. As his secretary, Raquel, tried to tell him, Max has his kid with him because he gets to see him on weekends, and that's his weekend. Good, but it's not the weekend. This is Wonder Woman 1984, and the robbery happened on July 1st, Sunday. And this scene happens 2 days after that. Maxwell's weekend is happening on a Tuesday. 27. The ring is seen between two pacers, equidistant from each other, but from another angle, it seems to be in a totally different place. 28. A classic physics mistake. Wonder Woman is flying at the speed of the rocket and yet lands on the road with two kids tumbling over and over. At that speed, those kids should have been turned into pulp. 29. Barbara Minerva drops her briefcase just before meeting Diana, who then helps her put the papers back in the briefcase, with papers sticking out the top. Barbara closes the briefcase switches places between shots while Barbara interacts with Diana. 30. Modern fighter aircraft cannot travel long distances like DC to Cairo without refueling, and these aircrafts take a long time to prepare before a flight. None of these issues was taken care of in the movie. 31. In the end credits, two actors are credited as Camaro driver and Camaro passenger, but the car was actually a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. 32. After arriving in the communications center, Diana looks at Cheetah, who stares at her from the top of the fortress. Diana's hair all the way to the left until Cheetah comes to pounce on her, and then her hair changes to cascading on both sides. 33. In the post-credits scene, the mysterious woman holds the falling post and an old woman is seen holding a child with her hand. But in the reverse shot, the child is nowhere to be seen. 34. When Max calls himself a pretty messed up loser guy, his hand is on his son's chest, then under the armpit at the cut. 35. Wonder Woman loses the grip on her lasso of truth and tumbles on the road with the kids holding on to her. But the moment she stops, the lasso is back on her hip. 36. When Max drives off with the former security team of the Egyptian emir, they drive cars which have license plates in numbers and letters. In the 80s, Egyptian license plates were in numbers-only format. 37. When Diana and Steve visit the Mayan Guru hideout, they find an issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated with Jerry Lawler on the cover. This was actually issued in August 1984 and could not be in a setting of July 1984. 38. In the back window, the taxi in which Diana Prince and Steve Trevor ride has a third taillight. They were not available until 1986, 2 years after the story took place. 39. When Barbara and Diana are having an early lunch, the shot starts off with food on the table. Then it disappears after a few moments. 40. In the gym sequence, the weightlifters in the left background are doing different things from one cut to the next. Those were some of the mistakes which we could find from the movie. Did you find any other mistakes in the movie? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like our video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one.